second pick in the 2017 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Lonzo Ball from UCLA.
The world was expected from Lonzo Ball. He was declared the face of a franchise before even playing a single game. And for a brief moment, it felt like Lonzo could deliver as he had done in college. But then, what happened? What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. Lonzo has always fascinated me. He's known throughout all of basketball for the wrong reasons. A weird jump shot, not living up to expectations, his loudmouth dad. There's a problem with Lonzo and I want to try to get to the bottom of it. Drop a like for the amount of free throws Lonzo Ball has missed. And don't worry, I counted 5,873. It's a joke! And to the 79% that watch my videos that still aren't subscribed, I was gonna make a Lonzo airball joke, but instead, you could just subscribe. Now, Lonzo's defense isn't a problem at all, and he's changed locations to New Orleans. That's exactly what you can do with NordVPN, the sponsor of today's video. NordVPN is a virtual private network that keeps you secure and safe. Got burner accounts like Kevin Durant? Well, now you're military grade encrypted so no one finds out it's your IP address. Unless, you tweet as yourself with the wrong account. I use NordVPN to see local games. Yeah, that's right. When I want to get sad and see the Knicks play, I can avoid the local blackout and change my server location to, like, Seattle. Why can't the Knicks just be good? So go to nordvpn.com/MJ2K to get 75% off for a 3-year plan. That's higher than LeBron's free throw percentage. Use the code MJ2K for a free month off. The link is in the description. I really do want everyone to be able to watch all the games now that NBA Red Streams was erased, and this helps the channel out. Plus, you get a great deal. So check them out. Now that I got the YouTuber out of me, let's get into it. We've seen Lonzo change programs everywhere he's been. Chino Hills High School was a no-name high school, and then they became 2-time state champions along with an undefeated season. He moved on to UCLA, a historically great program, but they were coming off of a season in which they went 15-17 and missed the tournament. Add Lonzo Ball to that program and UCLA goes on to have a 31-4 record. Their whole team dynamic changed, and UCLA becomes one of the top programs in the country again. Lonzo puts up some insane passing numbers, breaks records, shoots with confidence, and brings a faster paced game to UCLA. And while his dad was mouthing off, it was nothing new and Lonzo seemed content. He was doing what he had set out to do, and everyone directly around him, his family, UCLA, the coach, his teammates, all of them believed in Zoe. In fact, he was making 41% of his threes with this form, the same form that has led him to the shot.
Caruso, the drive, the kick, Ball. Whoa.
The question with Lonzo's jump shot wasn't whether it could go in, the question was whether he could actually get off and not get blocked. That hasn't been a problem. I mean, sure, the jump shot looks weird, but we've seen unorthodox shots work before in the NBA. A jump shot doesn't need to have textbook form to be good, it just needs to go in, and so any jump shot, if it goes in consistently, is good. Look at Shawn Marion, who had seasons of shooting 38% from 3 in 2002. He was an above average 3-point shooter for the time. Even Derek Fisher, who has a shot on an extreme side, Fisher shot above 40% from 3 some seasons, and he's been a marksman in important moments. The same shots that Lonzo was making in college, these same wide open looks that he had been draining his whole life, suddenly began to miss, and miss badly. It wasn't that he wasn't practicing enough because the Lakers had to actually stop their young guys from practicing too much. It wasn't that he wasn't getting wide open because he was. Having a shot in today's NBA means a lot. De'Aaron Fox added a 3-point shot and his whole game opened up, letting Fox become one of the better playmakers in the game today. As his 3-point percentage jumped up from 31% to 37%, his assists went up from 4.4 to 7.3. Lonzo at his core is a playmaker, but his aggressiveness to draw defenses to him slightly and then find the right passing lane, the right angle, the right timing. That's what made him special. Kinda like how Magic would be aggressive only to then dish it to his teammate in stride. However, without a jump shot, defenses started to sag. When they started to sag, it was hard for Lonzo to drive and draw more attention since the defender was already down. Lonzo would need to force the issue more, and this meant that by simply not having the threat of a jump shot and not being uber aggressive, Lonzo's passing was shut down. This whole process wasn't overnight or happening for one game. It happened for a stretch of games early in Lonzo's rookie season, a trickle-down effect for his missing jump shots. But the real question is, what happened to Lonzo's jump shot and why didn't he just regain his confidence? So now let's fast forward to Lonzo's 2 seasons in the NBA. Lonzo's mom has a serious, almost fatal stroke in February 2017, a month prior to his loss in the NCAA tournament. Lonzo was shaken up by this, as reports say that he was visibly in a panic when he found out. His mom is still currently going to therapy for her speech and motor movements. Lonzo Ball gets arrested in China within Lonzo's first month of playing in the NBA for shoplifting. The prison sentence for his crime was 3 to 10 years with a 99.9% conviction rate. Eventually, Donald Trump would help Lonzo Ball and his 2 teammates get out of there and come back to the US, but that was a scary time period. Luke Walton inconsistently used Lonzo in fourth quarters, and LeVar Ball made the statement that no one wants to play for Luke, putting Lonzo in an awkward spot of having to answer for his dad's statements. Lonzo was already getting bombarded by the media as one of the most hyped up prospects. Now he had to answer to his teammates as well. It did seem as if Luke Walton didn't believe in Lonzo. I mean, the number 2 pick in the draft should be getting played the most possible minutes, especially on a lottery destined team. Walton even joked that Lonzo's dad was talking trash, so I subbed Lonzo out early.
Yeah, his dad was talking shit, so I took him out early.
Keep in mind that during all of this, Lonzo is 20 years old. He almost lost his mother and is watching her go through recovery, barely able to speak. His brother almost got locked in jail in China. He's playing for a coach that doesn't even seem to trust him. These were all problems that weren't with his game or on court. Lonzo was so much more passive with the Lakers than he had ever been on UCLA. In the 2018 offseason, Lonzo was already in trade talks. It had only been 1 season, and his averages of 10.2 points, 7.2 assists, and 6.9 rebounds weren't bad at all. He had become the youngest player ever to have a triple-double, and there were flashes of greatness, along with 36% from the field and 30% from 3. Lonzo was injured in the offseason, and he also had his first daughter with his longtime girlfriend, Denise Garcia. But soon after that, they broke up. Remember that Lonzo has been with Denise for over 4 years at this point. As the new exciting season is starting, as Lonzo Ball is about to play with his idol LeBron James, Denise Garcia calls Lonzo Ball a deadbeat father on IG on October 4th, and then starts demanding $30,000 in child support for their daughter. During this, Lonzo is still 20 years old. While Lonzo is trying to handle all of that, the season starts. And then, in about 2.5 months into the season, the Lakers are engaged in serious trade talks with the Pelicans for Anthony Davis. Lonzo's name is once again mentioned as part of multiple trade options. Throughout his second season, Lonzo had gone slightly better from 3, and in 13 games without LeBron, he shot 37% from 3. Lonzo was also the best perimeter defender in the league as ranked by Basketball Index, and LeBron James had called Lonzo Ball the Young King. While all of this was happening, apparently Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka were not not seeing eye to eye, as Magic would later say towards the end of the season when he resigned from the Lakers. LeVar Ball came on Undisputed and said that while Magic Johnson would tell him and the Ball family that certain moves were happening, the management would decide to do something completely different. I don't know about you, but that's not real trust building. Lonzo gets injured and is sidelined for the rest of the season in January, missing 3 months of basketball. So in his first 2 seasons combined, Lonzo has played a total of 99 games, meaning he's missed over 60 games. And to top all of this off, Lonzo finds that his family's longtime friend and co-founder of Big Baller Brand, Alan Foster, stole $1.5 million from Lonzo. Lonzo, who owns 51% of BBB, cuts all ties with the Big Baller Brand and filed a lawsuit against Alan Founder. And that's why you need security like NordVPN, so people like Alan can't just take your stuff. Okay, I know that was corny, but I was being serious. Now, Lonzo is on the Pelicans. He's had so many off-court family issues, from his mother almost dying, to his brother possibly getting arrested, to breaking up with his longtime girlfriend, being called a deadbeat dad, to his longtime family friend stealing money from him. And all these issues don't even mention LeVar Ball or the mismanagement and distrust by the Lakers. Luke Walton also wasn't the right coach for him. Like Kobe said, off-court issues caused him to have his most miserable season in 2003-2004, when Kobe was having his public feud with Shaq and when he was arrested for sexual assault. During this time period, Kobe's wife Vanessa threw his clothes on the street and his family was falling apart. This was all very mentally taxing for Kobe, and it led to a noticeable dip in his performance and more inconsistent performances. The Lakers never lived up to their potential of winning a championship and were derailed by all these external factors. The difference is Kobe brought a lot of those issues on himself. Most of Lonzo's issues happened without him ever being a cause, and in his first 2 seasons. All these things become distractions that take away from a player's game, and then the player's mentality isn't in the right place, and it shows as Lonzo became less aggressive or when he lost confidence in his shot and didn't regain it. I can't see his family dramas getting worse, and now that he's in New Orleans, not everything about Lonzo will be out there in full blast. He moves away from the chaoticness of his family, which would probably be the best thing for him. So the real problem with Lonzo Ball was his off-court issues. I think that Lonzo can play well in New Orleans. Apart from his shooting, Lonzo did everything else really well. He was a good passer, he could rebound well, he was a great defender, pretty good team guy, high IQ, but he just didn't live up to the hype. I'm excited to see what Lonzo Ball can do this season, but what do you think? How will Lonzo play this season? Drop a like for Lonzo, cause it's Lonzo. Make sure to check out nordvpn.com/MJ2K for safe and secure internet and to watch all local games. It really does help the channel out. The link is in the description. And if you stayed till this point of the video, you a real one. So comment location so I know. The Instagram shout of the day goes to Makari Allison, and the all-day notification shout goes to my boy, the ultimate jazz fan who wanted me to make a jazz video, Joshua. Thanks for the all-day support. Make sure to hit the bell for all-day notifications, and if you're not a sub, hit that subscribe button, join the all-day community for more fire content, all-day support. It's your boy MJ. We out.
Okay, just hop in my spaceship now.